Hello everybody, this is the first video that I'll be putting on my channel, chemistry videos. I'll be showing off my element collection here, and yeah, let's get started. This is my little box I got at Walmart to display smaller samples of everything. I don't have all the elements marked down, but I have 25 things, so 25 elements will go in here. So far I have lead, gallium, bismuth, tin, mercury, and aluminum in here. But that's about all I have for now. Let's go from left to right here. First element I have here is lead. It's the heaviest sample in here I have. This is lead came for soldering stained glass. I'm not sure what that white is. I'm not sure if that's glue or some form of oxide. I just realized that now I don't really want to mess with that. And there's also a small bead right there, melted off of other came that I had. I have a big, in a box underneath my desk. You can see it right there, that green one. I have a big blob of lead down there, maybe about a pound. Here I have some tin that I spent way too long chopping off of this one half pound bar of casted tin. It's as pure as you can get it. Self-explanatory. Next up I have bismuth, and you can see it's a really beautiful crystalline sample here. Really nice silvery color. Here I have some gallium. It's a smaller sample out of my 40 grams that I think I have. I think I have around 40 grams, maybe 30. I melted a little bead off of it, and then I put it in here. It's famous for its low melting point of 85 degrees. You can melt it in your hand if you wanted to. I'm not going to melt it in here because I don't want it ruining the plastic container. Next up, I have aluminum, or aluminium, as you people in Britain call it. I used just generic aluminum foil because it looked a bit more pretty than my sample that I used to have in here, which was laser cut melted bead. I melted this over a campfire and was the cleanest bead. And someone I know was going to laser cut it into a cube. You can see how it was cut, but the shape of it would have made it very tiny. So instead he just drilled a small hole into it, and I have it as a necklace. Yeah, aluminum. See it every day in soda cans and whatnot. Here, I don't know what type of fine grade it is, but it is obviously copper. I'm pretty sure both of these, because this one's a bit darker than this one. So, I don't know which one's more pure, but it's just generic copper wire. The copper wire on the spool here is actually maybe just a little bit thicker than a human hair. That is really, really thin. It's so thin that the heat from a lighter can melt it, surprisingly. Next up, I have mercury, infamous for being a liquid until negative temperatures. I put it under water so I don't have black oxides forming. I'll show you a case of really bad oxidation in mercury. But yeah, it's really pretty. I got it from a single tilt switch and a old thermostat. You don't see those around anymore. Really beautiful element, one of my favorites. Here, I'm not going to pull it out because I have a bag that's covering across all these. It's iodine, and those of you chemists will recognize the purple gas and whatnot. It's really hard to see, but you can see some black spots. That's the solid iodine. I made this by taking hydrochloric acid and peroxide and adding it to iodine tincture that you put on wounds, and iodine crystals precipitated out of solution, and that's how I got this. This is iron. I can show that it's iron by taking a magnet to it. You can see all of the iron chunks raise up and spike up. These are taking off this 12-ounce iron filings thing I got from a school surplus type store. Next up we have silver. It's a Buffalo 999 pure 1 gram bar. I don't exactly remember where I got it, but it's really shiny. I'm pretty sure silver is one of the most reflective elements. They used silver in mirrors. Hi, you can see my finger. I think that's it in here. Next up, I have kind of a unique thing. I created this by mixing Fields metal alloy of bismuth, indium, and tin, and melted it together with gallium to form Gallinstan. And I'm pretty sure some of the black here is bismuth, because I'm pretty sure bismuth does not alloy with gallium, so it precipitated out into like a fine powder. But the liquid you're seeing on here is oil, because it was forming really nasty black oxides, and I was worried it was gonna ruin my gallium. Up next, we have silicon dioxide, or quartz, a really nice crystal clear sample. I don't have any pure quartz yet, so this is, not pure quartz, pure silicon yet. So, yeah, this is my silicon for now. 1 pound into 1/2 pound bars of tin. Right here is a really neat one. It's heavy, but it's hematite, iron oxide. And iron oxide is slightly paramagnetic. You can see here. But it's quite heavy. Just stick that there now. And now here is what I was talking about, the bad example of superbad oxidation. You can see there's lots of black, fine particulate on top of all this mercury in this big 50 milliliter container. And that was just because it was exposed to air, and this came out of a hydrometer that a teacher gave to me after she had to get rid of it, and she really did not want to, so I took it and she allowed me to extract the mercury from it. I'm not going to name names, but you know. Anyway, yeah, that's my big mercury sample. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, besides maybe collect a lot more mercury, and eventually maybe clean it. But as of now, I'm absolutely terrified of mercury, and I don't want to deal with any of its oxides, especially because some of them are soluble, so this water would probably give me some really bad mercury poisoning if I drank it, even though I don't plan it. Anyway, here's my final thing, and my most beautiful sample. 1 troy ounce of fine silver, 999. It's an American Eagle, worldwide mint. You're not gonna see my face, I'm sorry. Really, really reflective, basically mirror on its own, but it's absolutely beautiful. I cleaned it off using a baking soda and aluminum foil solution, which will remove the oxides. I actually have one more thing. I have this, and you can tell that it's gold, but it's not pure gold. I'm not sure what this ball is. I got it from an Xbox 360 motherboard that was broken. I'm not sure if it's even gold at all, and I'm not sure if it's just like a gold-plated steel ball or something like that. But I don't know. I'll have to burst it open at some point. But gold-plated pins and whatnot, definitely not enough to produce even a small amount of gold. I'm just really minuscule. But yeah, that's it for now. I mean, the only really interesting thing here is this brass thing, which is copper and zinc, I believe. But that's not interesting. Yeah, that's it for my element collection. Hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully anticipate some actual chemistry being done in future videos. Bye-bye.